West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here in the forest region to share a few of our best tips for camp building and making the most of what the wasteland has to offer.
No matter if you're a beginner or a bit more advanced, we've got some things you might find helpful. So scope out your spot, place your camp, and let's get into it.
First up, pre-existing houses, or as we like to call them, wasteland fixer-uppers. This is just a random house we found in the forest region, and as you can see, it has definitely seen better days. It's drab and damaged, the power's out, but with free build and a few strategically placed items, you can turn just about any structure into a home. It just takes a lot of patience and a little bit of creativity.
All right, let's go check out what we've done upstairs.
These were very small spaces, littered with debris, that would have been difficult to use in the past, but now they can all be remodeled. We'll show you how easy it can be to turn this abandoned house into an abandoned home. FreeBuild has made building in pre-existing houses so much easier. For example, simply place a floor piece anywhere it's possible, make sure you're in free mode, then just move it into place just above the old, damaged floors. It will probably take several moves and adjustments, but with some patience, it'll fit right in. You can also cover ceilings that may not look so nice. We like to use the flat schoolhouse roof for this since it has a nice backing. This is basically the same as replacing flooring, just with roof pieces. Make sure it's just below the ceiling so it will show when placed. Simple as that. You have nice-looking, solid ceilings. Now we need to cover up some remnants of the pre-war era with a few nicer-looking bits of decor. Anytime you have an opportunity to get a plan for a decoration item for camp from the scoreboard or vendors, go ahead and get it if you can. They will come in handy for projects like this, where well-placed clutter is key when trying to cover up unsightly objects in your way. Again, just place items in free mode and then move or adjust them into place to cover whatever you need.
Next up, hidden camp items. If you have an inaccessible building in your camp, like this garage behind me, I can show you how you can build an entrance and hide camp items inside as an extra layer of security aside from just locks. This can also be just a fun little hidden area for just about anything you want. If you come around the side of the garage here, you'll notice this pipe in the doorway. But this is not just any pipe. This is the entrance to the once inaccessible garage, now hiding spot for anything that fits inside. When you approach the pipe, it will ask you to press A to craft, and you'll see it's actually a cooking stove that doubles as an entrance.
This one's really simple to do. Just place a cooking stove down anywhere to start. Now, make sure you're in free mode. Pick up the stove and place it right up against the wall with the back facing out, so that it just barely goes through. Then exit the build menu. Next, you'll need to use the stove to enter the garage. Once you're in, exit the stove, then open the build menu again. You'll want to pick up the stove and move it further into the garage so that only the pipes on the back are exposed outside. This creates your entrance to a now usable secret space. If you're a landlubber and you're in need of some fresh fish on the spot for recipes or challenges, you can still place a fish trap in any camp, even with no water access, to get all the fish you need, without having to go all the way down to the old fishing hole.
The fisherman's cooking station has a small water basin attached to its left side. So if you place down a fisherman's cooking station, you can then place a fish trap just inside that water basin using free mode. It will collect fish like normal and actually works perfectly with the animation while using the cook station.
Achieving a more realistic, natural-looking garden in your camp is actually much easier than you might think. Dirt tiles are key to making this one possible. They're definitely worth the gold. Grab them from Samuel or Minerva to get started. All you need to do to create this look is to place a dirt tile, then simply sink potted plants, or whatever you've got, below the surface using free mode so they appear to be growing in the dirt. You can set them at varying heights to create a more realistic growth pattern. Just keep the pots below the surface. We also added ash rose flowering boxes, mostly concealed beneath the dirt to get the butterflies you see fluttering around, and add a few low-growing flowers as well.
If you didn't know, you can and should rename your camp. This can be done in the map by selecting your camp and scrolling down to Rename Camp. This has helped me know which camp is which. It's also helped stop me from accidentally moving the wrong camp, as we've all done a time or two. That can be crushing, so take a moment and name your camps.
Next up, we have spiral staircases. Since the game doesn't offer any spiral staircases to build with, I build my own. The only things you need are a foundation, a column, and simple stone benches. This particular bench plan can be purchased from Graham, but any small bench will work. The column I'm using is part of the metal building set, which is available at several vendors, so it's fairly easy to find. To begin, place a foundation down, then place a column in the center like I have here. Now start off in free mode. Select a short bench, I'm using the stone bench here, place it up against the column, and sink this one about halfway into the foundation to serve as the first step of your staircase. Then simply lift the next one up about a step's height and angle it with the edge centered on the column. When you have it lined up where you want it, place that one. Keep repeating this process, moving up and angling out a bit more each time to create a nice-looking, functional spiral staircase. When it's complete, the last step should be directly over the first step. This allows for enough space to actually navigate the stairs. The chessboard display is an absolute must-have for displaying items naturally, pretty much wherever you want them to go. It's minimal and easily concealed within shelves or tables, so you can make any surface a display. Once you have the items displayed on the chessboards, use free mode to place them just below the surface of the table like this. It can be done with shelves also, though be careful the chessboard doesn't show on the underside of the shelf. You can display just about anything from miscellaneous to junk items on these, so when you see the chessboard display show up in the item shop, grab it if you can. It's definitely worth the atoms.
Ever been in the middle of an event, almost at max caps, and someone starts buying from your vendor? Well, I've got a quick tip that'll save your sales. No need to move your camp or leave the session.
Go ahead and open the map, select your camp, and scroll down to Public Map icon to turn it off. This makes your camp invisible to potential shoppers until you turn it back on. When you turn it back on, the icon will pulse to let you know it's visible again. This is the Enlightened Lantern. It's a reward from the Mothman Equinox event, and it is one of the most useful, yet somehow overlooked camp items. It's found in the Decorations tab in the Build menu, not Lights, therefore it doesn't count toward your light budget. That's what makes this lantern easily one of my favorite camp items to build with. It emits quite a bit of light, and it can be hidden inside almost anything in your camp to create a sort of glow effect. Here, I'm using free mode to place it inside this plant, making it light up while not using any of the lighting budget. Everything you see here has an enlightened lantern inside, giving it that glow. This is lighting on a budget.
So you may be wondering what we're doing up here on my roof with my camp module. Well, turns out if you place your camp, your spawn point isn't always exactly ideal, but you can just move the module to change it. Mine's way up here because this particular placement lets me spawn here in the attic. It's simple enough. While in the build menu, just pick up the camp module and move it to a new spot within the border. Then see where you land next time you fast travel in. This doesn't move your camp, it just changes where you spawn when arriving. Keep moving it around and see where you land.
Well, that's all the tips we've got for today, but before we go, we need to thank all our viewers by extending our glowing mask giveaway. You've all shown such wonderful support, and we greatly appreciate all the encouraging comments. It really helps us continue growing and making great content for you. Also, we somehow still have several glowing masks to give out. So, be sure to enter by subscribing to the channel and leaving your gamer tag in the comments. This is an Xbox-only giveaway, and we'll reach out to winners at the end of the month, so make sure to check your messages. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Really?
I'm done! Do what you want! Pull the plug!